We are going to be talking about the 1930s and all of this information. This is about natural disasters. We are going to be talking about the Dust Bowl. The term was the first used in a dispatch from Robert Greger, an AP correspondent in Guyman, and within a few short hours, the term was used all over the nation. The Dust Bowl days, also known as the Dirty Thirties, took its own on cinnamon country. The decade was full of extremes: blizzards, tornadoes, floods, droughts, and dirt storms. It went on 150,000 square miles. It started in the year 1934 and ended in 1937. It went through Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, Colorado, and New Mexico. 60% of the people left these states.
The Ohio flood started in the 1937 January. Also, it was high in the winter. Then, when it was finished, it cost more than $75 million because of all the damage. It also reached Shawtown and Cairo, and Shawtown and Cairo was almost completely covered with water.
Babyface Nelson is a bank robber from the 1930s. His real name is George Nelson. He was born December 6, 1908. At 13 years old, he became a bank robber. He then became part of John Dillinger's gang. He was shot by the FBI in 1934. This is a picture of John Dillinger. He was a villain from the 1930s. He was born June 22nd, 1903. He grew up to be a bank robber during the Great Depression. He organized the deadliest bank robbery gang. He was shot and killed by the FBI outside a movie theater in Chicago.
This is all about Monopoly. Monopoly began during the Great Depression. This year it is turning 75 years old. Alma Akapo has helped make the game for 25 of those years at the Hasbro Games Factory in East Long's Mass people crank out millions of tiny hotels and houses at the factory in the western Massachusetts. In the 1930s, the helicopter was invented. The helicopter was designed by Isaac Sikorsky. It was built by Vought Sikorsky, aircraft designer of the United Aircraft Corporation. The first flight was May 13th, 1940. It was piloted by Igor Sikorsky.
This is Hoodie Ledbetter. Hoodie Ledbetter, also known as Leadbelly. He was born January 20th, 1988. He was an African-American singer. He also was a folk and blues musician, old style. He was writing songs about African Americans. That is some stuff about Leadbelly. This is Woody Guthrie. Woody Guthrie was born July 14th, 1912, in Oklahoma. He was a singer and guitar player. He was a Dust Bowl refugee. He sang old songs and original songs on the radio. He was a famous singer and guitar player. He was very good at doing what he did.
Duke Ellington was born in April 1999. He was a pianist, singer, band leader, and songwriter. Duke Ellington also did his career over 50 years. He played jazz music. Also, he composed thousands of songs. He called American music. And after many years, he died in 1974. The Three Stooges were comedians. The Three Stooges' first names were Moe, Larry, and Curly. And they had their job more than 40 years. Two of them were brothers, Larry and Curly. They used a slapstick to make the show funny. They used a slapstick to hit people in the face.